I was sort of deliciously exhausted last night. I was like, okay, I'll do NyQuil. That'd be great. That'll help. As soon as I lie down, both my sinuses like completely stuffed up and I couldn't breathe. So yay. On that note, how are you doing?
Better than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel better now. I'm drinking this.
Yeah. What are you drinking?
I assume from the bag you just held up that I'm drinking Blaggards Brew.
That's right. That's right.
Blaggards Brew coffee from Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah. So we're missing somebody. I think little baby Eric C. Hughes should be around here somewhere, but he's not.
Yeah, we threw this together last minute. I know he's usually teaching on Monday morning, so
So today is Tuesday, and if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And anyway, so we're doing a quick SlapperCast this morning, sans ECH. So didn't even tell him. So which is a good thing because we're going to talk shit about him. This is the anyway. No, just so Chad. What episode is this, Chad? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Chad, what episode is this, Chad?
149.
Great. That's a waste of time.
And I always doubt myself after every time I say that number. I'm like, is that right?
Yeah, you should. You should.
Yeah, I think it's 149 because if we knew that the next one was 150, we would have said it last time.
Milestone, you mean?
Miles
or gallstone?
Gallstone.
Kidney stone?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So today, Tuesday, SlapperCast, is it? Yeah. Well, it's early morning too, so we pulled a fast one. We tried to get going. We tried to get going before sun up. Missed that by a ch. And today, Tuesday. Yeah. We're basically what we're doing is we're going to let you know that the last day to order, the last day that we'll be shipping LPs is now. So if you,
for Christmas, anyway.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a pain in the hole. So, we'll see. So we have a handful of LPs left that we will be bringing to some shows. We won't be bringing them all. What I would do is, if you're interested in getting an LP and you want to, you're going to see us at a show, is let us know that you're coming. And we'll, make sure that we bring them. They look fantastic, as I'm sure you've seen. The artwork on the LP is spectacular. V did an amazing job. This one's going to Joe Finnerty, Eamon Finnerty's son, Eamon and June's son, and the feel of this, the look of it, everything is absolutely gorgeous. We are lucky enough to be on sale at Cactus Records and Tapes and Sigs Lagoon. Our friend Thomas Escalante called us and got some LPs there. So it's just absolutely wonderful. It was a thrill. We saw it on Twitter. Cactus posted a picture of it and of the LP, and I was in there the other day, as I'm at most days, just thumbing through the LPs and just like a child. I was so excited about having the LP among these. Their selection is they have a whole room dedicated to LPs, and it's time travel. It's going back in time and looking. I remember as a kid going in and finding the early, Liberace records, and okay, maybe not that far back, but no, it was just fantastic to be in there.
Yeah, it's been fascinating learning about what they refer to themselves as the vinyl community. I think that they even shortened it to VC online, if I'm not mistaken. That the people who collect vinyl,
I think it's VD.
Is it?
Yeah,
VD. They take this so seriously, and I don't mean to the point that they don't have a sense of humor. They really, really are passionate about vinyl, and they're just really, really into it. And it's thanks to people, largely to people like that this industry, that we were even still able to print these damn things, because they certainly aren't convenient. You can't really, listen to them in your car.
Unless you have a big car.
Yeah. You can't travel with them really. And I know that people used to do that, but people just love vinyl.
Yeah. Well, it makes such a difference listening to it. You know, we played it over and over again to make sure that the sound was right. You know, when we got the demos in, we listened to it back and forth. It really is. It's a thrill to have them. And it's actually, believe it or not, I haven't told you this, but my songwriting has actually changed. I'm actually writing to songs. It sounds silly, but songs that will actually sound different on a CD or on a LP, than on a CD. I've been just, writing these. I've rewritten BLAGMATIC. I've rewritten the whole record in my head. It really does. It changes your perspective. It changes your appreciation of tones and just the feel of it. The record is so much different than the CD, and maybe it's just my ears are tuned differently than others, but it's kind of pushed me in a different direction songwriting wise, and so
cool.
Yeah. So getting close to Christmas, this hopefully will be a very short episode for you all. You're welcome. Just the stack of LPs that we have to send out today is staggering, and the stuff that we're doing right now, we're actually booking. We're booking a lot of shows for the upcoming year, and I've been sweet talking the van, and I've been telling her that how beautiful she is, and she looks like she's lost weight, and she's so attractive, and she's but she really we are going to be on the road a lot in 2022, so we're our list of things to do is staggering, to say the least. So and if we forget to say it, I'll say it now. I hope your holidays are spectacular and you get everything you want, and you make plans to come see us in the new year, because there's going to be a lot of shit happening this year.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about that. Have you any plans this week? Any Christmas shaped plans?
Yeah, this week. Well, mainly I'm just going to be getting ready for this weekend. This is our last. We actually have shows this weekend. We are playing
Thursday
at the Hot Dog Shop, which is a bar that sounds like it's something else, but it's actually a bar, sports bar. And that's going to be a big deal with our friend Bob. Decided to make this a reunion show for staff and clientele of two bars that he used to run.
Yeah,
both of which he used
Bob
to work
Fuldower
at.
and Mike Martin of Turn 2 Productions. They, I've worked with them for years, off and on, and Bob used to own Aviators, which was, I believe, my second or third job in Houston when I moved here. And Aviators was a hangout for all the airport, the intercontinental airport crew out there and out in the north side. So all the pilots and air hostesses and mechanics and baggage handlers, everybody with anything to do with flight was a regular at Aviators. And Bob back in the day would hire bands that that we're still friends with. I mean, just people that just won't go away. So anyway, so and then after Aviators, he and Mike Mike met and fell in love, and they ran Garden on the Heights, which used to be Bavarian Gardens, Black Forest, European Gardens,
bunch of different names.
Yeah, a bunch of different things. But he ran it as Garden on the Heights, and they would do big shows. As in, they continued on the Oktoberfest. They tried to make that I believe it's a pissing contest between the different owners and management at what times, who had the biggest turnouts, but Garden of the Heights was huge for Oktoberfest. Anyway, so they ran that for a long time, and staff and friends and regulars and of both places, Aviators and Garden of the Heights, were putting together a night at the hot dog shop. Our friend Frank Della Sala, that owns the hot dog shop, we met with him a few weeks back, and they had bands in the past, and stuff kind of just went south for them, as it did everybody. And they haven't had bands in a while, so we're gonna go in there, and we're gonna lot of friends, a lot of old friends and new friends coming out. So looking forward to that. And that's Thursday, and then Friday we're doing our O'Bannon's show. And O'Bannon's in College Station. If you haven't been, you're missing out. And we today, Tuesday, I should know by later on today or possibly Wednesday, but we'll post it. If we have a very special guest that might be joining us on Friday in College Station.
Oh,
So fingers crossed on that. And then what, Saturday?
Saturday we're off, but Sunday we're doing the toy drive.
Toy drive. Tickets are still available online. You can get them at blaggards.com.
Yeah, Rock the Shelter. I forget which one this is.
Yeah.
109th or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how to read Roman numerals anymore.
So this year we're doing it different. If you missed last week, or if you've heard this already, I apologize, but we're doing it different this year. It's we do not need toys. We don't need. It's just they're raising cash now. They're just trying to. So check a credit card. $20 gets you a turkey dinner, and gonna be just the entertainment's always top drawer. We have our friend the Mighty Orc who's taken our recent promo shots and killed it. Just superb job, and as everything he does is, check those out as well. But so we're gonna be playing with him, and then Joe Shemensky and his crew, his gang. It's just is it the Harbor Light Choir? I don't think so. I think it's the Open Door Mission.
Yeah, they changed their name. I think. Yeah,
but fantastic vocal group, and if you ever needed a push into the Christmas spirit, that's your ticket right there. And Jeff Duncan will be joining us on Sunday. Also, Leslie DeHaven, who sang on our Fairy Tale of New York, she's joining us.
Yeah,
on Sunday. So I highly, highly, highly recommend Sunday.
Yeah, and just to reiterate and to stress this, only taking cash, or I should say, we're only taking credit card payments. I highly recommend if you're planning to come, or even if you're not planning to come, you just want to donate, buy your tickets out at the website, because they may only be accepting checks at the door. You'd be better off just getting your tickets online ahead of time. Save the email or print it out. That's going to be the best way to make sure that you're able to get tickets on time. Joe and Kelly Shemensky are saints, as we've reiterated and regurgitated, and so it's tremendous the work that they do, and the money that Joe's already raised is just mind-boggling. He's quite the raiser, the hell raiser. No, Joe's wonderful. So and then also next week and the week after, we'll have a little baby Eric C. Hughes back on the microphone, back with us, and there's just so much going on. Eric's involved in a production, actually a couple of different productions at the George Theatre this coming week, so we're not hassling him. It's the Carpenter's Christmas thing, I hear. Yeah, it's the Carpenter's thing, and it's also he's doing another a female vocal thing. I think it's the Janis Joplin, and I think so. Yeah, I was searching porn when he was telling me, so. Whoops. As you do. Yes. God, it's just so much, and my head's spinning because it's too fucking early, but then also we're, and I did speak to, this is news to everybody, but I did speak to Elvirus from the Outsiders PBR in Portland, Maine. I spoke to him yesterday, and he's going to be back on. We're reaching out to a couple of people that we've spoken to before. Cindy Haywood, who was who wrote the book on. She wrote the book
basically self-preservation. She's wonderful. So Cindy and our friend Nicole Graham, I'm reaching out to her to talk to her about talking about her urban farming. She raises chickens, and but she's also she's not only an entrepreneur, she is just a firecracker. That woman never stops. It should be interesting too. So we're reaching out. We're going to have some more people on here, and our good friend June, we nearly pulled a fast one and switched on the camera when we were doing a Zoom call last week, and I just wanted to let you know we let you off.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
June is an expert in mailing. We're talking about vinyl. He's been shipping vinyl to people for years.
Receiving most.
Right.
Yes.
He knows what he's doing. So we've been tell us, oh wise one, how do we do? How the hell do we do this? So he's been very, very helpful.
He's invaluable in every aspect of life. You know, you have a problem. You've got a kid that needs to go to the emergency room with a leg injury. Call June. You've got problems with shipping and receiving. Call June.
Yeah.
You need to know what good cassettes to get from the 80s. Call June. You know, everything that you need to know. You need Cinnamon coffee delivered to your doorstep. Call June. You've got problems in the bedroom. Call June. You don't have problems in the bedroom. Call June. Yeah. So anyway, call June. Yeah, plenty to drivel on about. But I just want everybody to know as well too. This little side note here. My idea for this week's SlapperCast was, if you could kill a celebrity and get away with it, who would it be? And they said no, and nobody liked that. So I'm just gonna say I don't want to kill anybody. And I thought about this last night too. I don't know. You know, my celebrities are the same as they were in the celebrities I know are the same as they were in the 70s and 80s. I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody was telling me the other day about, they were saying such and such is getting married to, and I said, who the fuck is that? I have no idea. I don't watch TV. I don't watch, you know, I read a little bit of the news daily and you know, maybe every other day if I'm strict with myself, but I don't know. I just don't know these people. So we can't do that one. But we are going to get back into the, you know, once we get little baby Eric Hughes back on the mic, we're going to do some more of our band tampering and our lineup tampering throughout the years, and on and on and on. I've been writing every day, so I've been putting these ideas together. So it's going to be some good shit coming up.
All right.
So I'm looking forward to it.
So do we want to talk about, we discussed possibly actually running down the entire track listing of the album and saying a little bit about each song, which we haven't really done. We've talked about individual songs here and there, but this be a good guideline or something I could use to jump from one song to the next. Our friend Jack Gonzo of Scoundrels In, it's an internet radio or podcast, basically, I guess. Friend of ours who we see every year at Texas Renaissance Festival and the Pirate Festival.
Yeah.
He did this really, really wonderful review of the record where he does a whole rundown of the album song by song. So yeah, thank you, Jack. We'll be linking to this in the show notes and all that stuff. So, but it's I love reading this stuff that people actually giving their thoughts on the songs instead of just saying something more than just, man, I like that, or this sounds great, or you know.
Yeah.
So it's
too often people are in it for, and I've spoken to some of these people that actually own that, you know, that run sites with, you know, with supposedly, you know, reviews and, you know, content and, you know, information and whatnot. The easy way out is to, yeah, this is great, 5 stars, end of story. Jack took the time to listen to the songs, and we know him. We know Jack. We know him well, and he's not one of those surface guys. He's if you are on online at all and you're interested in, you know, they take care of the pirate side of all that stuff. So again, they'll talk about bands that I've never heard of. However, it's a very small community, although their music tastes and the bands are far reaching. He's quite Jack, and also, you know, our friends over at the Drunken Monkey Privateers, they are very, very, very knowledgeable when it comes to all that. That's, you know, Renaissance music and the pirate stuff and all that. They know all those bands, which I'm not familiar with. However, Jack did a thorough, you know, he went through the songs, and you can tell that he really gave it a shot. A couple of, just a side note here, or a note on the review, he couldn't understand a lot of the lyrics, and some of the lyrics were not finished, were not completed, meaning that yes, that they were completed. We did.
They're real words.
there were real words, but there was a lot of, and I've said before on this show that a lot of the words were kind of changed even on the spot as we recorded it, and now they've changed again. Now that we're playing them live and we're actually learning the songs, we're learning what we like about the songs, what we don't like about the song, how to play them, blah, blah, blah. But so the lyric content changed mightily throughout the recording process.
Yep.
And I'm still not satisfied with them, but they were better than when they started, which is something. But so he couldn't, there was I know it was, I think it was Rain or Shine, and
I think it was Rain or yeah, it was Rain or Shine.
It was Rain or Shine and Wagon Wheel, which Wagon Wheel is close to if you're looking at the LP, it's the second. It's close to the end of the second side, and Wagon Wheel was. It started off. I thought it would be funny to call it Wagon Wheel for that absolute piece of shit song that has been covered by so many different bands, and the chorus being "Rock me baby like a wagon wheel, rock me baby any way you feel," something like that. Really, really, really in-depth shit right there.
Yeah.
But so I thought it would be funny to put that on there. It essentially would be like re-recording Brown Eyed Girl and putting it on a record. And so I thought, and in here I'm hilarious. Out here, not so much, but in here, yes. So I thought it would be this great joke. We put Wagon Wheel on it. Then the other mistake I made was I didn't know that everybody didn't know what a fucking Segway was. A Segway is think Ferrari and then punch yourself in the temple hard. And then think wheelchair for people that don't need it. Right? So it's a 2-wheel, battery operated, essentially it's like riding on a pogo stick, that doesn't go up or down. It just goes backwards and forwards poorly. So I was running one day and I saw a gaggle of Segways all in a line, all with their helmets on, all hanging on for dear life, and literally at a speed that could be only described as cold molasses on a not so steep slope. So, so I in my head had this song that was going to be a completely different song about a friend of ours, and I changed it, and so Wagon Wheel became Segway, became
yeah. I mean, and when you introduced it to us, you were thinking of it more as a joke, like you were. But and Eric and I, this is really great. We wound up taking the song not seriously, like obviously the song is totally tongue in cheek, the lyrics are, but we wound up, this is actually a good song, so it became a contender for the album almost immediately, which I don't think was what you were thinking of.
It was, yeah.
So, so that's the Wagon Wheel thing too. When you came with that idea as well. Because I was initially saying, why don't we have this be like my first idea? One of my first proposals when we were trying to work out the track listing for this record was for this song to be last and to have it come after Lights of El Paso, like kind of playing up the fact that it is meant to be a tongue-in-cheek song. The problem with that was there was no arguing really that Lights of El Paso is I'm gesturing at the LP cover there, is the best song to end the whole thing too. Plus, you can't really have hidden tracks on digital.
Yeah,
LP is easy. It's just there. You just don't mention it in the track listing, but you can't really do it in digital unless it's the same track and it just fades out and comes back in again. That wouldn't be doing us any favors. So the one way you can kind of get around that is just to give it a fake title. So it's not what people are expecting, which was kind of the idea with this. But I noticed, in the months that followed the album coming out, the weeks and months, and nobody was really saying anything or asking us about that song. So you may have noticed if you're on the Facebook group, I was going around and trying to kind of poke. I think I did it on Instagram too. I was poking people to try to see, do you guys know what this song's about? And it was kind of almost 50-50, maybe. Yeah. Like some people clearly got it and they're like, it's about a Segway. Of course it is. And other people are like, it's about being on the road or some other thing, which is fine. Whatever the song means to you, I'm not saying you're wrong. But a lot of people, I think, just don't, because they don't know the words. Again, like they don't know what a Segway is. That first line, it's the first line of the lyrics. Segway. If you don't know what that means, it's going to fly over your head. So obviously, the way we could have gotten around that was just call the song Segway. So we are actually considering now. I don't know when this is going to happen. Maybe later this year, of re-releasing the song as a single. Re-recording.
Yeah. And the other thing that was funny about that song is it has been picked up and it's mostly played on the Richard Cheese channel. If you're familiar with him,
yes,
is this guy did parodies of redid songs like big band, like 40s and 50s. So
I hadn't heard of him until I saw this.
Oh, really?
This was I was looking at, I forget, was it on Pandora? I was going through and seeing what our songs were matched up with on Pandora. I forgot. I don't even remember how I discovered this, but yeah, Richard Cheese was being paired with Wagon Wheel, Segway, and that means that somebody at Pandora, which I think they do this with all their music, which has got to be, they must have hundreds of people just sit there and listen to music all day. But somebody actually listened to the song and got it and said, "Oh, this is like kind of a novelty rock song. Let's pair it with, more the kind of stuff you would hear on Dr. Demento, a radio show, or the Weird Al kind of genre."
Yeah,
which it's not really a Weird Al song, but anyway. So.
Yeah, I was very funny. I had only known of Richard Cheese because I remember in the 90s he did something that was of note, and that had come to my attention, but I'd never heard of him.
Yeah, I was going to say I hadn't heard of him until I saw that. I was like,
yeah,
which Richard Cheese? I looked it up and said, "Oh, okay,
yeah,
that makes sense. Well, that's kind of cool. That means he actually listened to the song." And I mentioned it to you. You're like, "Oh yeah, that's cool."
Yeah,
you knew who he was. So yeah, this is. Jack is. Don't feel bad, Jack. The first review we got of this record too, from the English. I forget what they're called. The
London,
English Celtic, London Celtic Punks. Yeah, and I forget the guy's name. It's one dude who runs that thing. He didn't get the joke either.
Well, they don't know what a Segway is.
Yeah. Well, to his credit, he did say. Well, I don't know if the Blaggard. Yeah, he didn't say the. I don't know if Blaggards know how maligned this song is in among the genres. Well, yeah, we do. That's why that's the joke. So he did recognize that. He got that import of that song title. He understood, at least that part of the title hit him the way it was supposed to, but just the irony was lost on him. So yeah.
And he did another side note Segway. He did a tremendous interview with I want to say Richard Balls. I forget his name. Guy just wrote the book.
Yeah, it
back
is
in
Richard
October.
Balls.
Furious Devotion, the biography of Shane MacGowan, and I'm hunting that book down. But the interview was tremendous, and yeah, I'm in search of that book. He did his homework. He absolutely did his homework.
That was the first I'd seen of it when you you retweeted that.
Yeah.
Was it yesterday? I didn't even know that was coming out.
Yeah. So looking forward to reading that. And then back to this LP, this record, BLAGMATIC, available on LP and CD and digital download. We're I'm just looking at these the track listing, and we play every song different now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We're every single song on this, and just say, change it, and it's just. Yeah, so this year what we're going to do is when we write the new material for the next record, Fagmatic, no. What we're going to do is we're going to play this shit live before we go and record it.
Yeah, and normally that would happen too anyway.
Well, yeah, we're stuck in a room.
Yeah.
And
but who knows what things? I mean, the album probably wouldn't have even gotten finished if the pandemic hadn't happened. But I mean, there was I'm just thinking of Sweet 16, which was written like one day, and like 2 days later we're recording it, doing the basic tracks for it. So that is what it is. That probably would have been different, but yeah, I mean, normally these songs a lot of these songs just live and breathe on the stage for years before they're recorded. So anyway, then some of the ones on here were pretty mature. It's just, I've noticed that we've talked about this on the show before too, that I noticed this with a lot of bands, that you go to see them live and you notice they're playing the songs kind of different from how they are on the record.
Yeah.
It's just something that happens, organically. So,
yeah.
Anyway.
And I noticing from the record to the stage, the difference in tempo. A lot of bands will play it really, really fast live. We've actually slowed our stuff down a lot of the time. In just, especially our Christmas song, we recorded that and we put out the video and all that stuff. We did that, and but now when we're, you'll, before that song, if you're watching the stage, you'll notice that Eric, has to stop for a second and gather himself before he starts the tempo, because we had to take it down because some wordy bitch put too many lyrics in it for the speed of the song. And so it's easy to do in the studio, not so much on a stage. So I'm looking forward to doing that this Sunday at the Toy Drive.
And getting back to Sweet 16 too, this was so I guess we're not going to go through the entire track listing. We're running out of time now anyway. The other, speaking of lyrics and not understanding words, Sweet 16, which I don't blame anybody for not. There's a lot of inside jokes and references in this song, but Jack was trying to guess what the song was about, and he's what does he say? So it has an alarming warning quality that feels like a father fearing his daughter getting close to that age and worries what comes with it. No, not really. The song is about this band. It's about. It was written in our 16th year, which was 2020, and the lyrics, as I didn't even know I didn't really know what the words were until we were sitting down and transcribing them for what was going to be the lyric sheet, which has not been released yet. How would you describe the words?
So I woke up, and I got out of bed, so I sat down. I believe it was the 16th. What we perceive as our 16th anniversary. And I sat in the chair where you are right now, and I got my pen and paper, and I wrote these words that just kind of fell out of the pen. And when I had about a legal pad full of words, some nonsensical, some, barely legible and whatnot, and I kind of hummed this thing, and so the song just fell out. The song just fell out, and I played a few different chords on. Actually, it might have been this guitar right here, and I just remember kind of humming it, and the song just took shape. Yes, some musicians will tell you that guitars have songs in them. Some people will say that your subconscious will, there's many. This ended up being a birthday gift, a birthday in my head, a birthday gift to our band, meaning just something to commemorate today, 16 Sweet 16, let's blah, blah, blah. So the song practically wrote itself on the thing. And then when we came into the studio, I wrote the da, 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 so the first notes. And it was just one of those things that I liked it immediately. And that's not usual for me. Usually I like it, then I play it again. I don't like it. And I still like it, which is weird because we're, long time past the first time. So the song was it was born, and then in true Frankenstein style, say that fast, I added pieces to it as, the days kind of so you leave the song out to grow. You let it, you give it sunlight, you give it air, you give it water, you give it, and then you just add to it, or take away. And the thing I liked about it was there was enough lyrics for, I could have done 10 verses, but I love the fact that we're just able to compress it into.
Yeah, you fit a lot in there.
Yeah.
There's like verses, like a single verse has references to maybe like 10 different things.
Yeah.
To this fly by you, and your average, like you people at home, you're not meant to understand what those things mean. The clue about the meaning of the song is in the choruses, where you driving the hours into days, living and loading and loving and loathing at one point in an alleyway. It's about being in a band and spending the hard work, the hard slog that comes with doing this, the shit that we've seen, everything we've been through. But in the lyrics, there's a reference to almost every single person who's in or has been in this band. Good and bad references.
Yeah, and again, the reason why it's condensed to a shorter thing is because there was moments in writing the words where it's like, whoa, calm down there.
Yeah,
there was
maybe this is too obvious, or
no, just and just shit that you just don't want to. You don't want to put any sunlight on. You don't want to.
There was one line you said you told me that you thought it was too on the nose. I said no, keep it in.
Yes,
but we're not going to tell you what that is.
Oh, yeah. See how you are.
Yes.
So that one, and then God, I'm just it's funny now listening to or reading Jack's review, and I like the fact too that he recognizes that we're not going to put out and it's no name never because everybody else has done that, and it's just, and the especially when we play it with Jeff, we play the song live, and we do it at just an ungodly clip, but having Jeff up there, for the third harmony and this, it's very satisfying to play. It's fun to play, and the song on its own, as it's done originally, I'm sure it was fine back in the day, and I'm sure it was. I just can't stand to hear that 6/8 slow, same lyrics, same thing. So yeah, we put some different colorful lyrics in it, and we tried to spruce it up a lot to make it fun to play, and it definitely is. It's one of the faster songs that we play, and it still keeps the purists happy, and it keeps us happy because we don't get to Yeah, it's very very strange, and the song that was the biggest surprise to me was Pirates. That song was born years ago, and it stayed back burner because it never we only worked on that Cabin Boy thing, that was as a group.
Oh yeah, the Cabin Boy, that y'all don't know what that means. The part in the song that happens after every verse, that was an instrumental that it was only an instrumental because we didn't have any words for it. That goes back ages.
Actually, it does have words.
It does have words?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I never heard them.
Yeah. No. You and Mike only ever heard the part that we performed. We actually performed that at the Ashford.
That's right. Yeah, we did play it live a couple of times.
Yeah. So we took it out. I had lyrics to it, and the song was Cabin Boy, and essentially it's kind of, it's the same it's in the same vein as the song is now, but it was set as, and this song is going to be reborn in another life in another area, but same thing. But Cabin Boy was written as a stowaway on a pirate ship, and the reason the reason why it never went anywhere was because I never. The song got very, very dark. Again, I was trying to write something that was kind of funny, hilarious here, not so much here. And I was trying to write something, and the song got really dark and really, which I love dark, and it's still, like I say, it's still, but it became this in here, became very funny, and the subject matter was dark. So, long story short, Cabin Boy, stowaway, pirate ship, and ends up taken over. So that song again is still in the works. It's just not, I stole the that instrumental part for Pirates Life. Just to because I came up with we were working on the chorus at a Trademark. Or the first time I showed you the heave ho thing.
Yeah.
And we're working on that there, and it's so it's just been one of these things. It's just been kind of
it was a long, painful birth. That song, no, it's not painful. It was a song that it's a big song. I remember you were really when we first had the chorus. You kept saying, "I don't know if I like the melody in this. What's wrong with the melody?" And it didn't really change much from your original idea. No. I said it's good. That's good. That was one of the things when the Cabin Boy riff was first there. That it always felt a little off kilter. Not even talking about the words, but just we had that riff, which was great, that part. But then we'd go to another section where we're trying to make verses out of it, and it just never really seemed to land. When you paired it with what you'd come up with for Pirates Life already, it's like, oh yeah, because it's even in the same key, right? D minor, right? Didn't we go to D minor? It's hard to say because I change everything often. Yeah.
To find the easiest way to play it and sing it, the most comfortable way to sing it and play it.
But there's when you came up with the idea to revive that riff and put going from where does it? Is it C? Yeah, it's in C, and then suddenly dropping down to E minor.
Yeah,
it's like, oh wow, okay, this works because it's like it's all of a sudden you're like down in the belly of the ship or something like that. It really made a lot of sense. It's like suddenly it's found like, oh, this is where that's supposed to go. It just took us several years to discover it. So.
Yeah. And like I say, everything kind of is still floating around, but that's going to be the fun part this year is going to be taking new songs out, playing them, and then getting into the studio and recording them because Eric, Chad, and myself have developed even a newer way to play now. It just seems like we're obviously we know each other better. We know the strengths and weaknesses, and we know we just know what works. And so it's going to be really fun to get out there and do that. But before we end up running over time into Christmas and New Year's and all that shit, let's wrap this one up so we can get the
turn it way longer than I thought it would.
Yeah,
that's good then.
But so again, all the links and all the good stuff will be in the show notes. And thank you for listening. And hopefully we'll see you at the Hot Dog Shop and College Station and Continental Club, 3700 Main on Sunday, 3 to 6.
All right, y'all.
Cheers.
See you next week.